Hi folks, Debbie Ray here, the gardener wife. It is fall here in Zone 5B, and tomorrow it's going to get very cold, in the 40s and down to freezing. First frost alert for me, and as always, I'm not as prepared as I'd like to be. I have a few hours this morning of warm and windy weather, so I'm going to invite you to look around. It's probably going to rain this afternoon, so I'm going out to assess my containers and see what I need to rescue during these next few hours. So far, all I've done is brought in some lime basil from the herb bed. I just stuck it in a vase. And a week or two back, I brought in some of my succulents, aloe vera too. But here's what's left still to rescue. Small containers need to be prepared. I have to check everything for bugs and such. Spray with water if they're edible, and if they show signs of bugs and are not edible, I will spray them with an insecticidal soap and try to make sure everything is clean before I bring it in. Now huge containers like this, I let it overgrow. The salvia has grew up and then over and down, so the best I can do is take some cuttings. I definitely want to dig up the elephant ears. I have upright ones in this container. Now this container, I might just bring the whole thing in after I trim off the blooms from the coleus, but I will put coleus and sweet potato vine cuttings into water. There's a crown of thorns that needs to come in. A lot of stuff. So, here's what the rest of the containers look like. The stove is going to move for the winter to a less exposed area. And, okay, so here's the other side of the deck. The rose tree is going to stay out for a while yet. And I can either bury it under mulch for the winter, or overwinter it in the garage. My other large containers here will have to find places inside for, and so Brugmansia, Mandevilla, as you see, this is why I'm doing this video and taking some pictures. Everything's still blooming and happy. So I look for winter quarters inside the house, sunny windows. I have a good amount of room. Some of these plants need to go in the ground. I haven't had time to do that yet. These are cherry rootstocks, a couple other fruit trees that will overwinter in this sheltered north-facing side of the house. Hibiscus has already been toppled by the wind, but I need to spray undersides of the leaves anyway. So I'll move it and be spraying that, and the Mandevilla especially, because they are so prone to having issues with white flies and stuff during the winter months. So I try to prepare them well before I bring them inside. And we're walking over now to the containers, my veggie containers. Fruit trees here, figs, are going to spend another winter in the garage eventually. I don't think I will worry about them today. My vegetable containers, I am not going to bring them inside. I'm just going to harvest what's left of the veggies here and in my kitchen garden, save them from first frost, and then let the plants die. Except maybe this lime basil. I'll pull the tomato plant out of this and bring this one pot inside. Lime is my favorite variety of basil, so if I can keep it growing a little longer into the winter, that would be great. I use it as a substitute for cilantro in salsas. Look at that. Okay, it's time for these guys to go. And then the other thing that I'm behind in is bringing in the house plants, so that has to be done today because 40s is too cold for them. They've already survived a couple nights a couple weeks ago that went down that low, but they were prepared enough for that. So these have to be cleaned. Make sure that I don't have bugs in them. And look at this. A lot of work to do in the next few hours. So I will have to stop this video and get busy. I will try to do a follow-up so you see what I managed to rescue. I hope this is encouraging to those of you who are ahead of the game, or if you, like me, are always behind, that it's always a scramble here in the fall. And I will have a mess of plants in the house for a while. So I'll leave you with a nice shot of my purple dome asters finally blooming. Thanks for watching.